Cyclone Sidr struck Bangladesh last week, killing over 3,000 people and leaving millions of others homeless. Islamic Relief is already working there and has pledged £500,000 to victims. Reports from the field workers there paint a very bleak picture.
Extensive devastation, as we know. The news filtered through quite slowly because the cyclone actually hit on Thursday night, Friday morning, and there wasn't much coverage in the news, but then over the weekend they suddenly realised 3,000 people have been hit. We've got estimates of that actually maybe up to 4 million people will be affected by this. 3,000 people, if people think about it, that's 3,000 families have been affected, fathers have been lost, mothers have been lost, children have been lost. We tend to forget the emotional effects of this, but that is a huge impact on these families.
At the East London Mosque, prayers were made for those affected by the cyclone. Outside, donations were being asked for to raise £3 million for relief efforts. Some of that will be used to rebuild homes.
It's going to have to factor in the possible effects of climate change over the next 50 years, or at least the next 30 years. So we have to build away from the sea coast in higher ground. That's one of the things. But that's not as easy as it sounds, because we have to get consent to build on the land from the government and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a long-term reconstruction effort of at least 5 years, I would have thought.
For Bangladeshi Muslims living in East London, the cyclone has affected close family members. Many are extremely concerned about relatives living in the affected region.
People are very devastated. They are really worried what's going on in Bangladesh, and so many people have lost their life and millions of people are homeless. There are many people actually personally affected who come to our mosque. Even one of our imams actually is going to Bangladesh today. Many of his relatives have been washed away by the cyclone. You see, so people are personally affected here, and everyone's really moved, and people are donating as much as they can for the people in Bangladesh.
They've agreed to let a number of Muslim charities raise money at the mosque and are trying to collect £100,000 themselves for victims in Bangladesh.
We are allowing many organizations to collect from the mosque here. The Muslim Aid collected last Friday. Islamic Relief is collecting today. We ourselves, as the mosque, we are collecting. We've got a special pot which is there for people to donate all the time. We're making announcements almost after every single prayer for people to donate and make prayers for the people who are affected by the cyclone.
While Bangladesh has asked for more international aid to help victims of Cyclone Sidr, British Muslims are supporting them through their hearts, minds and their donations.